We must put it on record, unequivocally, to Donald Trump, the pathological liar Trump. We are not scared of you and your U.S. or Western imperialist forces, reiterated Malema. There is no white genocide in South Africa. In fact, the cause for concern should be the black genocide plaguing both America and South Africa. These were the sentiments of economic freedom fighters leader Julius Malema in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's tweets on South Africa's decision to expropriate land without compensation. Trump caused a storm when he took to social media and tweeted that he had instructed his Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, to look closely at South Africa land and farm seizures and expropriations and large-scale killing of farmers. In response to Trump's tweets, Malema said, "He remains unshaken. Actually, he was more determined to expropriate his land without compensation. There is no white genocide here. Those sentiments are absolute rubbish. Take a look."
Trump, my view is that Donald Trump is contributing in this debate which is going on. And in the process of contribution, Donald Trump make a similar contribution that were made by white people, all of them, in the hearings, in the public hearings. Donald Trump is not saying anything we have not heard from white people in all the hearings. I even commented and said, I'm still to meet a white person who support expropriation of land without compensation. So why are you shocked? I see leaders of the EFF and everybody responding to Donald Trump. I don't have time for nonsense. I expected this. And more backlash is going to come. If South Africans are not ready to expropriate the land because they are scared of sanctions, they are scared of backlash, then don't vote for the EFF. Because you vote for us, we're going to expropriate land. And Donald Trump will come for us. And Britain will come for us. And the EU will come for us. I said, and I said this throughout my life in the movement, that for everything good comes the pain before. If you're not prepared, South Africa, to take the pain, then forget about the land. Donald Trump has not said anything extreme. Things are still going to come. I hope the Zuma group in the ANC, which is supporting this thing, they know the consequences. We know the consequences. We know that the first response will be killing. They will kill us for that. There's a group of white right-wingers who are being trained by Jews in Pretoria to be snipers. Snipers.
Hey guys, hello, welcome back. You can call me Lit. I go by Lit in this particular platform here. Now, is Malema treading on the wrong side of the road? Is he trying to dare the mighty? Okay, good. Now, this is not recent, but this is down the line some years back. I had to bring this up and see who Malema is, what kind of person he is, what kind of values is he upholding, what character does he, branded around with. Malema has time and time again stood for one thing, and he has repeatedly reminding the Africans, and especially the South Africans, that you see what, there's going to be expropriation of land, and this one goes without compensation. Now, I don't know how this one is going to happen, and I don't know how this one is going to land to those ones who are of the opposite idea, and what would be the best way to go about the expropriation of land without compensation. Does the government have that particular mandate, or does the government of South Africa brace with the structures, the facilities to ensure that that is happening without chaos? Even as you see this particular gentleman, he has got a burning desire, leave alone just a desire, a burning desire, a burning desire to make things happen or to make things changed in South Africa. He has always time and time again, on the forefront advocating for, all the adversaries, the inequalities, the mistreatment that the Africans, and in fact the harshness that the Africans went through in struggle for the independence, literally. And He's somebody who has got deep-seated, grudge. But again, he brings it on board, especially when he's so agitated and emotional driven. So in this particular context here, we saw he was responding to one of the tweets that Donald Trump had made about the genocide and the murder that happens, okay, the white genocide that is happening in South Africa. And I do not want to really talk much about it, but I can tell you this. You see, is Malema staging a weak stance with the mighty that's into getting into war, or is he trying to create that particular public, a PR? Is it something that a publicity that, in a way, publicity in disguise that is trying to cause? Because you see, mentioning Donald Trump and his also from the left wing in South Africa, then probably something will be created around the media, and all this comes out. So, but that is my humble opinion. I also do stand corrected. Do drop me your comments on the comment section. Let me know what you think. Whether this was just a choreographed, staged kind of a response or an attack, or it was really indeed serious. But again, you see, you look at all along down the line, Malema has always has never deviated from what he wants for the South Africans, and of course the Africans at large, the unity. And this is a man to keep watch at a very close pace. Let's keep on watching, and then I'll come at the end of it with more sentiments over the same. And don't want to dilute this, so let's keep on watching.
Guns. In the EFF, we are training toy guns. They're dealing with real stuff. They are training in a farm in Pretoria. We know it. To be snipers. So we know that death is the first price we are prepared to pay. The second price we are prepared to pay for this land is poverty. They will close taps. But if there is a conviction, and not sloganeering and public opinions, then we must be prepared for everything. It's a war. We must be prepared for Donald Trump and all of them. We're not scared of them. We remain unshaken. Actually, we are more determined after the Donald Trump tweet to expropriate our land without compensation. There is no white genocide here. It's an absolute rubbish to say there is white genocide. There is black genocide in the USA. They are killing black people in the USA. There is black genocide here in South Africa. Black people are being killed all the time. A farmer has been sentenced to life now recently for having killed a farm worker. Imagine if it was a black person sent life for having killed a white person. It will be news all over. But this black person was killed and a white farmer sent to prison for long time in jail. It's once off reporting and it's done. There is no scientific evidence that points to any white genocide in South Africa. It's not true. And we're not scared of such things. We're not going to be distracted by anyone. We have all of them in our mind. We know the consequences of what we're asking for. We know it. And it's not like we're going into this thing without knowing the consequences. So AfriForum is the embassy of the USA. If you want issues to reach USA, go to AfriForum. Then you shall get a proper response. But otherwise, AfriForum is nothing to us. We're not scared of AfriForum. We're continuing business as usual. Not that we're not these Twitter revolutionaries who say all sorts of things about Donald Trump. If you were to say to them, all of them, let's go to the US embassy, none of them will come. They tweet from their comfort beds with bed heaters. So we are on the streets. We were fighting this thing on the streets. We are on the picket lines. That's why we're not shaken. We know this is what people want. And if there is anyone who's in this thing without knowing the consequences, then you are in the wrong place. Cyril, you could hear the man is in pain to explain these things in Parliament yesterday. He calls me Musima Imani because he's troubled. He can't even think straight. He's in pain. It is the most difficult thing to explain a policy you don't believe in. How do you say you must expropriate land and give people title deeds? Our people, and I will not disagree with them, if they were to have a paper like this called the title deed, they want to eat title deed. Here is a paper called title deed, yet you remain poverty stricken. And here is a man with money who says to me, give me that paper, I give you the money to eat now. They will take the money. You are setting our people up for failure when you talk title deeds. Always in politics, you must ask the question, who's raising this and who stands to benefit from this? They are going to give our people title deeds. Our people are going to use those title deeds as surety, and they will not be in a position to pay the debt, and the white people will come and take those things. And the story that white people stole the land will disappear, because they will say, no, we took the land rightfully so because they couldn't pay us. They were owing us. So they are going to give you the land and come and buy it from you, close to nothing, because you will not have money. You will need money now. He says the reality is that people who got the houses now and title deeds have not sold the houses. He must go to the RDP houses and go and look for the owners of the RDP houses. Yeah. They are not there. RDP houses are being rented out. The owners of the RDP houses went to squat somewhere. Why? They want to make money. They want to make money.
Yes, finally guys, we are here. I promised you that at the end of the video I'll come back again, of course, of my opinion, my additions over the same. What is coming clear is that there is a point. Title deeds given to those particular Africans, telling them that now you own a piece, that won't be the permanent solution, because there's a likelihood of those particular title deeds not serving up the whole purpose of expropriation of land. That is, even as you said, you cannot eat those title deeds. You'll have to go back again, use that one as a security to get some big loans, and by the end of it, be able to pay. They'll come back again, snatch it from you, and then the whole idea of white stole the land from the black becomes a thing of the past. Now, I do not know, but to me, I find that it is so reasonably reasonable that land has to be in the hands of the government, must be in the hands of the government. So anybody who wants to use, just like we have bank reserves, you go there, you deposit your money, and you're safe. You know that everything is taken care of. So the government is in control of that. You go, lease it. You state what you want to do with this piece of land, how long you're going to be on this particular piece of land. Once you're done, the contract is either renewed or you terminate the whole thing. But as usual, guys, it has been my humble opinion. As I do start corrected, do drop me your comments on the comment section. Let us exactly know the fate, what you think of the fate of the South Africans. And as far as the whole idea, it's a very burning thing, even up to the present moment as time of speaking, that land must be expropriated in South Africa without compensation. Adios. Stay put.